Yes. Yes, we're live once again. We are live. I appreciate you all watching. If you are watching on the replay as we just started and you're enjoying the content here on this channel, I would love to have you hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications the next time I go live. Yes, and then I can get your questions answered right here with me. Also, if you need more help, you can always email me. I put my email up here as well. And now we got some people trickling in. William Camacho Jr. Hi. Melinda, good to see you as well. Again, how you doing, Melinda? John. Hola, John. Alex, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Weekday morning, and we're doing excellent credit repair for you. I've been talking with my team, talking with my partner, Cornita. We're getting stuff squared away. Everyone's straight. Hey, how are you? All right. How's it going? Yes. Cease and desist. That's right. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. That's actually something I want to talk to you about in your collection validation letters. I'm talking about secrets right here and what we can do as far as letters and what is in the letter that's going to be very helpful to you. Okay. So, amongst the stuff that we've talked about before, okay, we've got this letter here. Sorry, I'm scrolling. Apologize. So you're asking what the money they say you owe, right? Explain how you calculate it. Provide me copies of the paperwork that show I agreed to pay you, right? Not some original creditor, but I agreed to pay you, a third party. Provide verification, a copy of any judgment, if applicable. Identify the original creditor. Provide that the statutes of limitation have not expired. Show me your license to collect, okay? Provide me your license number, registered agent. All these good things. We know the violations that they have to adhere to, right? Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fair Debt Collection Practice Act. They could be defaming your character, all that good stuff. That's all great. That's all wonderful. We know that, right? We know those basics. We're here. But y'all ready for some secrets and tips? Now, in this letter, if they're not reading it properly, right? Because they want to be tricky, they want to do things electronically, they want to play games. Okay, right in here is that I would also like to request in writing, right here, that no telephone contact by your company be made to my home, my place of employment. If your office's attempt to telephone communication with me, including but not limited to computer-generated calls, because they like to use the computer-generated calls, and calls or correspondence sent to or with any third parties, it will be considered harassment and will have no choice but to file suit. All future communication with me must be done in writing. It must be done so to the address noted in this letter by United States Postal Service, okay? So you wouldn't think that's so important, right? You'd be like, oh, whatever, right? There's no biggie. Just a footnote on the letter. Ain't no biggie, Brandon. Come on, I don't need that. But you know what's so nice is the minute that you have that certified letter sent to them, okay? Yeah? You don't even have a return receipt, and they sign for that, and they say, oh, well, we take, disputes. We read your letter, right? Because they send that form letter back, and they'll say, we got your dispute. We don't know what you're disputing about. They'll do that stuff, right? The minute they do one phone call and don't realize that you put that in there, that's a violation. That's a violation. You think they want to go to court for it, or you think they want to just take it off, right? If you're running a business and you have somebody like, you know what, I want my money back. You think you just give them your money back, right? Or are you going to fight them and go to court and all this nonsense? Now, I want to talk to you about some other stuff that I found out for you guys when it has to escalate, if it has to escalate, and what you can do to let them know prior to. This goes beyond just the small claims courts and federal courts and all that good stuff. So I want to make sure that I'm getting to some of your questions as well. I want to talk about how we can use the public offices. That's right, public office, to help you get those collections removed and those negative, nasty violations off your credit reports, okay? Let's see. Ooh. Finally got you live. Let me, John, you can email me, brother. Cool. All right. Nice. I had a collector call me this morning. I asked for proof of debt, and he said, well, it's yours, blah, blah, blah. So I told him that I never pay on the debt, and that you can't prove that's mine. That I'd never pay on a debt that I can't prove that's mine. That's right, Jeffrey. That's right. He was all, oh, well, it's yours and this and that. No, nonsense, right? We know here. Mr. Groves. We know. They play games like this. They're calling you. They're harassing you for money that they say that you owe. Anyone can call somebody. People get scammed. There are people out there who get scammed all the time, right? And this is what I want to talk to you about, all right? I've spoken to some individuals who are in business, mentors, very smart individuals, right? Gentlemen that are older than myself. And I've found something that can be of great service to you. And I know you're gonna think, Brandon, this is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. But there's something called commoncause.org. Okay, you can find your representative. What, Brandon? Come on, this is nonsense. I don't want this. This is baloney. I'll put this in the chat for you. Commoncause.org, and you can find your representatives in your city, county, state, and federally. Okay, and you're thinking, no, what? Right? We have complained. We say, hey, we're going to take you to the AG, the Attorney General in the state. Okay, but let me tell you my story about when I was in the Army Reserve. Now, of course, I was in the military. I had some idea. Okay, cool. I'm part of the government, right? I can get help from my representative. They looked into my contract. It's a long story why I needed it, but they looked into my contract and they wrote letters to the Pentagon for me and got the information for me within like a month or two. It was super quick. The turnaround super quick. The same thing can happen for you. I had to speak with somebody about some specific business issues. It's the same thing when we talk about the AG, the courts. You can say, look, I'm talking to my senators. I'm talking to the regulators, right? And you'd say, no, man, they're big business. They got it. No, the little guy has some representatives. They may not be all over the place, but you do, because in the state that I was living in, okay, state I was living in, is these old meters, and now they're all electronic, right? And you couldn't pay for them, but you had to park. And the community had a big old deal with a representative who would actually fight on our behalf for those issues because it's unfair, it's unjust. It's the same thing with Mr. Groves here, right? So you have some collector who, in my opinion, okay, this is just my opinion, is running a business that isn't 100% accurate per the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, right? I don't know. I haven't seen it, I haven't talked to him, but they're not providing any proof. I had a collector call me this morning, he asked for proof. They didn't provide any. Who gets to do that? Nobody. This is illegal, right? This is violations. So it's very simple. You know what? A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to have to do the attorney route, and we talked about free credit lawyer here, right? So we know that you can get it for free, okay? But maybe you just write a letter to your congressperson. You'd be surprised how quickly they get back to you, okay? Within days, Congress, senators, assembly members, I'm telling you right now that those are your law. And you're like, oh, well, people feel disenfranchised. They're there for you. You're paying all these taxes. These laws are here for you. These representatives are here for you. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I'm telling you. All right. How can I freeze? Alan, Mr. Johnson, Alan Johnson, very, very persistent. Persistence is it. His score just went up 18 points, got something removed via BBB complaint, right? Online, chilling. That's why you're probably like, what is that you're holding? This is just a Wi-Fi unit, and that was a computer. That's all you need in a lot of these times. Websites to go to, little phone calls, sending a letter is the easy stuff for you, and I'm here for you if you need email support. I got off the phone with somebody who was distressed. People are in distress. And part of my mission is to assure individuals who are under duress. And I assure you that just like Mr. Johnson here, who filed a complaint with the BBB, and that's why I love the subscribe tribe and the individuals sharing their stuff, because you can hear from me and you can say, oh, well, Brandon did this and that a little while ago. But Mr. Johnson's going through it right now. 18 points, Better Business Bureau complaint, right? Because we fight. We fight. All right, how can I freeze MIB and other third-party bureaus you talk about? Mr. Smith, thank you so much for asking that question, okay? Now, yes, we do have some letters. I have some MIB letters, one MIB letter. You only need one MIB letter. LexisNexis, ARS, SageStream. I have these letters that I've compiled, okay? They're in our Beyond Committed package, yeah? So you can get them, you can send them off. It's pretty simple. You can also go to their websites, okay? Go to their websites. You can track them down just with your computer, your Wi-Fi, right? And they will let you know how to freeze. LexisNexis wants to play games, and what they do on their website is they say, we can't freeze with the credit bureaus. It's very interesting how you can deflect, people can deflect, or businesses can deflect. So you'll go to freeze and they'll say, well, we can't freeze credit bureaus. If you want to freeze with credit bureaus, go to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. But they know darn well you're trying to freeze their butts. And yes, you can. We've seen it. We've seen them freeze up, okay? So sending letters is easiest, okay? It's a pain in the butt to call or sometimes fax because the letter, you can have them sign for. Validation of debt. Do the collectors need to provide the information on the end? On a validation of debt, do the collector need to provide the information notarized on their end? Do they need to provide? They're supposed. Okay, I see what you're asking. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So they need to provide you the information to be able to collect on the debt, right? That's what holds up in court. Okay. And if anyone tells you differently, let's say you have a bureau, right? Some questions out there. Say you have a bureau that says, we're not going to reinvestigate. We don't have to keep information on file. We don't have to have, we don't have to get information from the original creditor supplying us a contract. They're shooking and jiving. They're telling you things that they think that you don't know. Okay. All right. Now, whether or not they're maintaining those documents, that's another story, right? But they're supposed to go to the original creditor and get that information. So it's like LexisNexis deflecting, right? Like, I want to see this information. I want you to provide this information to me. We don't have to have that information. No, I didn't say whether or not you have to have the information, right? And this is what's so dry, and this is what confuses people. You need to get that information and provide it to me as proof. Okay, the difference, and this is why I'm like, maybe I should look into law, right? Maybe I should get into law, be a lawyer, huh? Because there's subtle variations in it. It's kind of like, and I had a good analogy, and I completely. It's like you ask a person a question, right? All right, it'll be like, hey, Brandon, that chair you're in, okay? How much did that chair cost, right? How much did this cost? Did you get a business credit? How much did that cost, right? How much did it cost? You know what? This is a great chair. It was a great value. I got the chair on sale, and I'll tell you what, if I get another chance to purchase a chair like this at the price, it'd be phenomenal. Now, there's no law that says I have to tell you the price, right? And I don't have the receipt on hand, right? So I don't specifically know, okay? Right? Somebody comes to the business, they say, okay, we really need to know. You wrote off, this is business expense. So what is it? Well, we don't have to maintain those documents. You're right. You don't have to maintain those documents. There's no law that says you have to maintain those documents. But if we ask for you to provide us that information per the laws that you sign up for when you decided to sign it, right? Write it off on your taxes. Now you have to provide it for us when we give you that information. Okay? It's the same thing. Well, I don't have to keep the no, you don't have to keep the documents. There's no law that says you have to keep the documents. There's no law. There's no law. But you have to go get it, you have to go find it, and you have to go show us. Okay? And they'll do all sorts of stuff, right? Don't have to keep contracts on file. Yeah. Good luck. You should. Just like the same thing with audit, right? Of a chair or your business. Nothing says you have to keep it on file. Nothing. There's no law, right? Because then they could cause that to be a violation in itself, right? So they say, not only are you not proving what this is, right? But you're also not maintaining the document. That's not the issue. The issue is being able to prove it, right? Prove it. So I could go back to the person who gave me this chair. I said, you know what? Do you have the invoice? Yeah, we have that invoice. Here you go, Mr. Weaver, right? Now I can prove it. I don't have to maintain anything. There's no law. There's no law. There's no law. I can have bookkeepers maintain it, right? That isn't the issue. And that's what they try to play games about and say stuff about. They need to provide information. And that's the confusion, right? I hope that helps clear that up, as I think there's some confusion, and they try to make it confusing on purpose. It's designed that way. Yeah. That's why I want to be here and help you guys. More secrets, tips, and tricks. So I hope I explained that correctly. Clearly. Okay. So say right? Hypothetical. Let's just put that in quotes. Say but get off the bureaus. Do I still have to pay? Great. So if it's off the bureaus, they can't validate it. They can't provide, like Mr. Groves here, Jeffrey Groves was saying, hey man, prove it. And they take it off the reports and they can't verify it and they can't validate it. And how are they going to hold your hand to quote unquote pay this debt that may or may not be yours? I don't know it's yours. You don't know it's yours. They can't prove it's yours, just like that collector. And then once it's outside the statute of limitation, they can't come after you anymore for it. They could ask, but they can't. So the confusion is, again, this area of like, what exactly? So they need to prove it without a shadow of a doubt. They have to. This is why people get run amok out of their emotions and fear. I've been there. Okay. I've been there. People calling and harassing. That's why we put in the letter, don't be calling me, right? Don't be harassing me. It is harassment. Do closed accounts hurt your credit score? Okay. Do closed accounts hurt your credit score? It just depends if they're positive or if they're negative. When an account gets closed, it can sometimes bring your score down a little bit because you might have less available credit to utilize, more credit being used, depending on if you are using your credit, right? Potentially could. And now your history might have changed just a touch as far as your average age accounts if you're not, if you've been applying for new credit, right? So there could be a slight variation. The closed account itself, if it's positive, if it's all good, typically is really good for you. Usually maintain good long history. There's a difference between average age and your actual longest credit line, okay? So I've seen individuals that might have an old line of credit that's 15 years old. It was closed and was paid off a while ago. However, they've been applying for new cards, maybe for their travel miles, their loan for their, okay, maybe they're getting a loan for their car or house that's new, okay? Maybe they just got that new credit, so maybe they're doing a little business funding. They used a PG, okay? And so now their average age is a little bit younger, but that old on-time closed account that was all on time, you leave it alone because that history is good for you. You want to have 20 plus years to start to get into that really high bracket, that really high scorecard. And it's part, of course, of that it's all part of the percentages, right? Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, great. Sorry for humming that. I'm excited. I'm getting pumped up. Oh, man. Let's see what we got. All right, cool. Equifax. All right, great. This is great. And if you're watching the replay, I really appreciate you watching. Thumbs up on this video helping you out. I really appreciate you here. We are very close to 63,000 subscribed tribe members. So thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications, so you can get me live on your lunch break like some individuals are right now. All right. So I appreciate you. Equifax removed several collections off my report after the first round. Congratulations getting those whoops of corrections off. Okay. Do I include the results in the second round letters to TransUnion and Experian? Okay, so Equifax not playing games. They know the law. They're like, hey, we're not playing around. Okay, but TransUnion and Experian want to shook and jive, and we know we can press them. Yes, you can. You absolutely can if you'd like. Okay, it's not a necessity, right? It's not a necessity. You don't have to, right? You don't have to, but it can help. It can help. Yes. And into that respect, I got a question about the reverse of that, the inverse. What if What if somebody's reporting something positively, but somebody's reporting something adversely? So I have an account showing negative with TransUnion, but positive with Equifax, and it's not reporting with Experian. Who should I dispute with? Well, of course, if it's showing negative with TransUnion, you want to dispute and get that accurate and find out what it is. Look at the report. Why is one adverse and not on the other? Are there late payments that are reporting inaccurately on one? Yeah. Why is it not reporting at all to the other? You can always call, if you know without a shadow of a doubt that these inaccurate late payments are inaccurate, you can call up the credit card company, you let them know, right? These goodwill adjustments, you let them know, say, prove to me I was late, because they have to have those documents when you pay. And it's not that challenging. It really isn't. It isn't. 99% of the time, they're not maintaining the documents, right? And they can't get them. Yeah, that's the other thing that we talk about. Like we're talking about this check, right? They can't get them. They're not going to their bookkeepers, which it's easy. They should have that. It's not that hard, right? So I've seen it before occasionally where it'll say boom, 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 dates, times paid. I was all on time. It's interesting. Some individuals, which I think is a lot of us here, is what happened was you'll be paying on time, okay? And something will happen. It's all good. And then you just need that goodwill adjustment, right? There's some inaccuracy there. The same thing of why these bureaus need to stop playing games and get on the same page. Because if it's reporting inaccurately somewhere, that means there's some other errors. And you got to find those violations. All right, great. So LexisNexis, right? So they're saying they quote unquote verified through LexisNexis. Great. You know that you need to go directly to LexisNexis, send your dispute letter directly to them, get it out of LexisNexis. It will fall off the rest of the credit bureaus. All right. This is exactly what they don't want you to do. It's so surprising that they'll tell you that they're like, hey, we verified with a third party, which they're not supposed to be doing. I have seen people send letters directly to the courthouse, and yes, they get a letter, and I've seen the letter come back in that says we don't report to third parties. However, they might get it. They might get it from LexisNexis or Pacer. They give you hints. They give you hints. And that letter is fantastic if it says they might get it from other places. And we have letters that say, we know you get this information from LexisNexis. We know that we get this information from Pacer. It's not 100% accurate. All right. So let's see. I'll be coming to the other side Thursday. I appreciate you. I'm excited. Another way to get free certified letters. Okay, so are you talking about notarized letters? Because a certified mail is postage. Appreciate that. Super chat. Thank you very much. The certified letter is postage. Certified mail is postage. So it's a postage to the United States Postal Service. You have to pay that, right? So that's what that is. But if you're talking about notarized letters, and I don't know, maybe you're talking about free notary, you can do it through your credit union, through your bank. Credit union, bank, you could do it. Some churches provide it, friends, family. You might be able to get it. Let's see, notary. There's some, you know what? There's some local, what you call it? We the People, right? So they're not really law firms. They're self-directed, legal aid. Sometimes they have really deep discounted notary in there. Okay. All right, so you're working with us, got all derogatory items off of Equifax, but the other two are challenging. Okay, great. So this is fantastic. What we're going to do, I'll take a look right now and we'll figure this out. But what we need to do is we need to start building the case, and we are going to look at what it is, and we have the free credit attorneys that we can refer to if we need to knock this stuff off. All right, and start filing complaints. We have filed complaints with the CFPB and AG before for clients and have had great success, just like Mr. Allen has filed complaints with BBB. All right. Oh, hold on. Sent. Okay, new super chat. Thank you very much. I sent first round of letters and then new late payments appeared. Okay, cool. So in your, that's funny. Your new late payments appeared. So if you have new late payments, you can add that to your next round of letters. It's absolutely okay. Or what you can do is you can start, okay, you can start with goodwill letters if it appears as if this is an inaccurate or not going to be a history, right? So goodwill letters. Or you can send a late payment dispute letter right now because it's different, okay? Just make sure it's outside the window of there. So you want to time it right. So it's about 3 or so weeks down so they don't get a dispute while you've already started the dispute, right while they're ending. Now, if you're watching your credit monitoring properly, you'll probably see where that happens, okay? Where it says reinvestigation complete or deleted or removed or update, whatever it is, you'll know, okay, great. They're already finished it. They just haven't gotten the stuff in the mail to me yet because the mail, it takes forever. They'll do disputes, knock them out, and then they'll send the letters out, and that takes forever, okay? Let's see. All right, all right. Let's see. Oh, yes, great. All right, so the awesomelifegroup.com, let me go ahead and give you that. People want to know how to sign up, what it is. Great. Let's see credit report. Credit report, maybe credit check total. My FICO is pretty good. However, they only give it to you every quarter, so that might not be the best for your report. Although it's probably the best for your FICO credit score. Yeah. So can I file a complaint with Department of Education? Who would I address this to? Great. So like we talked about, if you really having issues with these people who are clearly not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and let me go ahead and try and type lightly. Don't want to be too close to the mic. There we go. Cloud.org. CFPB, AG, but find your representatives who are going to represent you and help you in this situation. There's all sorts of reasons why they can get in trouble for improper servicing. Anthony Whitehead, thank you so much. I appreciate that. My FICO will give you monthly updates, cost a few bucks extra though. That's great. So you can get your credit reports monthly with my FICO. Great, excellent. Yes, absolutely. At JVS, money, BK can be a bit more challenging. BK, email me, excellent, fantastic. All right, let me see what we got. All right. All right, let me knock this out because this happens a lot. Thank you so much for watching this. Again, if you're interested, 609creditrepair.com, or we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. If you're watching this video helping you out, thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. I get this often. I laugh at this because the Bureau send the smokescreen all the time. You will dispute something and they'll come back and say, inquiries, and it has nothing to do with anything that you've talked about, okay? That you've talked about. It'll say like, oh, well, inquiries are factual, this and that. We can't do anything about it. You didn't dispute inquiries. You can put inquiries. There's this whole special letter that we go about and do that. There's all sorts of ways they try to wiggle and play games like we were talking about before. Oh, we don't have to have this on file, but they need to get it, okay? So stick with it. Keep that response because that means that they didn't read your letter. They did a automatic, form letter, and you have them right where you want them. All right. So let's see here. We got a couple of, let's see. Thank you so much for the super chat. Have an ambulance ride that keeps sending me bills, but did not use the service. Where's the inaccuracy coming from? Okay. Yes, you can challenge with the 609 letters directly to the credit bureaus. Yes, if it's on your report, you can send validation letters directly to them. But this is medical, and I want to give you hhs.gov, and you can complain. Okay, this is better than CFPB because this is directly violating your HIPAA rights. If you did not use this, all right. Sorry if that is loud typing. There you go. Complain. Find your representatives. Did not use the service. Did not use the service. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. HHS.gov. Complain, dispute, and find out where that inaccuracy is coming from. And call them out on it. Be like, look, I didn't use your service. I don't know where you're getting this information from. You know, take this off. I'm complaining to my representative, the AG, the HHS.gov. They don't want to play with the HHS. Okay, they don't. Okay, Equifax is not reporting my jewelry club positive trade line. It could take time. Talk to these fools. Okay, let me see. It can take some time to report. It could take. It's supposed to be about 30 days, but it could take a little bit longer as you start paying and getting things. It could be a little slow. Talk to them about the reporting. Find out what's going on and why it could be slowing down. I've heard of other people doing quite well. All right, and getting that on there, getting that 5,000, getting that other 5,000 with new codes, getting 10,000. All right, so it's actually very important to rebuild good credit, right? Regardless of where you are in your stage, you can do it in the beginning, you can do it at the end, but if you're starting with good primary trade lines, you're going to go even further. All right, let's see. All right. Yes. Ron, unpaid credit card. Hey, this is great. Unpaid credit card charge-offs. Do people have success? Yes, that's the bread and butter. All right. Charge-offs. You can dispute those. That was what I primarily had. Charge-off accounts and collections. Deleted, gone, deleted. Credit score was at 590s, up into the 700s, and then to the 800s. Yes, you can. I'm excited for you. Great. You can email me. Guys, this is phenomenal. I want to, 140 people, 34 ups. Thank you so much. I'm really excited and pumped. I am going to take a couple of more questions before I head out and get back to talking to my partner in Awesome Life, get into your emails. So hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications for the next time I go live, so we can have some more live content together and I can answer your questions. All right. I'm trying to take maybe a couple more questions. Let's see what we got here. Yes, we have the credit repair company, the awesomelifegroup.com will do it for you. All right. If I'm allowed to re-age. No, they're not allowed to re-age your account. And get this a lot, okay? Get this a lot. People say they're re-aging my account. I'm worried that they're re-aging my account. No, they're not allowed to do that. It's a violation, all right? And if they violate and re-age it per the last activity, no matter what, whatever activity, they say updated or disputed or whatever, if they update and restart the clock, then it's illegal, okay? It's 100% illegal. It's a violation, all right? And you can sue them for $1,000 per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? Now, if they continue to do so every time they violate your rights, it's $1,000. So they can't be re-agent. All right, thank you very much for the super chat. All right, so Abraham, want to buy all the letters in the packages. Which one do you pick? Okay, so that is our Beyond Committed package. It's got all the letters, come email support here. All right, I really appreciate you. We are building out our own company right now, but if we have or need some type of, we'll let Abraham. Okay, okay, that's great. Thank you very much, Mr. Mendez. I appreciate you. But the Beyond Committed package is the one that you'd be looking for. Jeffrey Groves, all right. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. Is removed equal to deleted? Okay, so if it comes from the bureaus themselves and you get it in black and white and it says removed, you're good. Okay, if it says deleted, you're good. This has been removed from your account. If it says removed somewhere else, like a Credit Karma, you need to wait for the real deal credit reports to come in, allowing you to see if it was removed from them or not. Okay. Okay, Mr. Groves, I just see an I. I'm not sure. Let me see if you had a question. Okay. Our violation letters in the Beyond Committed package. Yes, we have a whole ebook, okay, in there about all the violations, and there are actual case laws quoted in the letters in the Beyond Committed package that allow you to quote some of the violations and what has happened and what you can sue for, okay? All right, thank you, you're welcome. Okay, Calvin, email me. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna take one more question here, and then we got to get back. I got to get back to emails. I got to get back to phone calls and getting people's credit repair. It's all good. I appreciate you all so much. Smash the subscribe button, the bell for notifications, all right? Just got a law firm collection letter. Okay, don't worry. Same collector, okay? Collection of, yeah, okay. The debt, you're saying that, okay, it's an inaccurate debt. They're giving me 30 days to respond. Excellent, wonderful, I love it. Send your collection validation letter directly to them, okay? You have 30 days, you respond, you send the collection validation letter, stuff that we talked about that I have here, okay? I'm sorry, scrolling up just a little bit, okay? This is not a request for verification or proof of my mailing address, but a request for validation, okay? And it's all here in the letter for you. You send it back to them, and then you give them 30 days to respond. And you put them on the clock. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, if he doesn't respond in 30 days, it's called a tacit agreement. If he doesn't respond in 30 days, we're going to assume this is his, and then we're going to try and get this money out of him. Or they're trying to build their case, go to court and say, well, you know, we gave him the opportunity to respond, and he didn't rebuttal, and then we gave him the opportunity to come to court, and they didn't show up. No, you send your rebuttal, you file all the stuff in a little folder, and you have your case ready, and you build it, and so when they want to play games, you're like, let's play, all right? Yes. Okay, great. Now that, okay, this individual, Mary Jane, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Now that I'm on the other side, would you do a consultation on my credit offers? What should you apply for? Need to diversify, scared of racking up inquiries. Yes, I can do that. Not a problem. Let me just give you email. Okay. And congratulations. Congratulations on cleaning up your credit. Congratulations. I'm very impressed that you now want to build good credit. And what we can do is we can email back and forth and find out what it is that you're looking for specifically, what you want, what you're trying to do with your credit, and how you can mitigate some of these worries about the inquiries. I'll tell you what, I had to get inquiries as part of the process, okay? But we can talk about stacking. What you can do is you can stack and you can get a couple of cards in a short period of time at the same day or whatnot, and with the same company, and you potentially could come out with lower inquiries. But it's a little skill that we have to kind of work with. Mary Jane, couldn't have done it without the Awesome Life group. Thank you so much. Great to hear, glad. And if anyone is having questions or concerns, I'm serious, guys. If you have any worries, concerns, questions, something's not working out for you, some people are getting great results, but you still need some help, email me, okay? Email me, guys, email me. Get in touch with me, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate you. Get on these live chats. We can get you to the other side. Individuals are doing quite well, and I want to see it for you as well, okay? Yes, we can do check systems as well. Just let us know that that's a concern for you, okay? Just let us know. Sent first round of letters, and they came back updated. Do I worry or do I send second round? Do not worry. You know, I laugh at these credit bureaus. These bureaus play so many games. They want to say updated, whatever. You send the second round, start pressuring them, collection letters. A lot of individuals get concerned, they get worried, they think, oh man, this is, we know it's a process. We know it takes time. The credit didn't get all kind of goofy and messed up overnight. The process is going to take a little time, okay? Right, so the original creditor is different than the collector. The collector is more under Fair Debt Collection Practices Act because they're debt collector, right? And whatever they're reporting, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. But the original creditor is reporting under the Fair Credit Reporting Act and what we talked about, FACTA 312, right? The 623 method, which we have in the Beyond Committed package. You can send a letter directly to them. Okay, it's a little bit different, and people are coming back telling me, emailing me, they're like, they didn't have contracts. They're absolutely right. They don't have it. They don't have any documentation. And they're going to say that it's going to stay on there. How can they do that? They can't. And this is why individual asked before, can you get charge-offs off? Yes, this is why people are getting their rights violated. Because people aren't really holding their feet to the fire, you know? Ooh, great question. Okay. So an individual, I'm guessing ramen, you missed the court date, or you weren't served properly, or you didn't get it, right? You weren't able to make it. Well, now they have this default judgment. Yeah. Can you get this removed? Yeah. Yes. Yes. You're going to have to vacate the judgment. You're going to have to file a motion to dismiss the original case. Okay. Or appeal. And for reasons for what we just talked about. Okay. You weren't properly served, for there was some reason you couldn't make it if you were. And the other thing is they never provided proper validation of the debt. Okay. And they have to make sure it wasn't outside the statute's limitation. A lot of times, these individuals, they're just trying to get real quickie judgments. And what happens is they just show up, they get it, and they leave. But they didn't prove anything, and you still can come back around, vacate, and appeal, and dismiss. You still have those rights. Yes. Okay. Great. Okay. This is great. You're interested in signing up? Fantastic. Sorry, guys. I'm going to put my website here if you're interested in signing up. You can do it yourself at 609creditpair.com. Now, when I say do it yourself, you still get email support. All right? Still get email support. Nice. Credit score was at 730. Took a big dive in one shot down to 611 like that. And I worked hard to get 730. And you're going to get back to 730. This is great. You're getting there. You are getting there. You're here. You're right where you need to be. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry that it took a big dive, but it's going to be okay. We're here for you. All right. I'm just trying to take one more question here. I let y'all get back to your work days. I got to get back to my work. I know this is part of work, but I always have so much fun here. I don't know. I have a good time. Having a good time. All right. Great. Good. Yeah. I try to do my best to get back on the emails. Thank you very much, Mary Jane. Appreciate it. All right. Let me see here. Let's take one more email. Yeah. Experience playing games with me right now, sending me back letters. No accurate information. No information at all. We know how to do, right? We're talking about it. If you're just showing up now, you want to watch the replay? By all means, let's see. Maybe one more here. Let's see what we got. Sorry if I missed a couple of questions here. Okay. Okay. Great. Yes, this is a great question. Can you dispute monies owed or overpayment? Okay. Or credit as a lien? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can get that stuff removed. You might have to take care of this. I don't know the specific financial situation, right? So you might have to take care of this in a different route. But yes, absolutely. All right. All right, Mary Jane, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. It says, I need more Jera in my life. Send her my love. We need more cameos. Keep shining. Thank you. Thank you very much. You keep shining, Miss Mary Jane. Everyone keep shining here. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for being so positive. Again, if you need help, email me. All right, you got my email. You got me. All right, we're going to get you to the other side. All right, I appreciate you. 609creditpair.com or theawesomelifegroup.com. Thank you so much. I had a great time on this chat. I'm going to try to do another live chat very soon. And if you need me, get at me. I appreciate you. Let me tell you something so much. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to do this for you. Because without you guys, I'd be, I don't know where. I really don't know. So thank you so much. So give yourself a thumbs up. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.